Hello everyone, how are you all? This is your GKGS mentor Ashish Kumar Singh in front of you, and here I am today again with a very important session, students. And in this session, we are going to discuss about the important RBI circulars for the month of December 2023. आरबीआई ने जितने भी सर्कुलर्स रिलीज करे हैं फॉर द मंथ ऑफ दिसंबर 2023 एक एक करके we'll be seeing all of them. Why? Because all of these circulars are very important when we read and understand them from the perspective of examination, be it phase 1, phase 2 और interview. इनके बारे में जानना काफी important हो जाता है. So stay till last, watch all the circulars and get an insight about the RBI plans regarding the schemes and whatsoever notifications they are bringing. Okay, तो सबसे पहले the first circular is talking about the sovereign gold bond scheme. देखते हैं क्या है ये. The government introduced the first sovereign gold bond scheme in 2015 as a part of gold monetization scheme. Okay, the main goal was to decrease the demand of physical gold and encourage people to invest a portion of their saving typically used for buying gold into financial savings, right? So let us understand what is this gold monetization scheme, or rather I would say what is the objective of gold monetization scheme. See, we have a habit of saving from our income, okay? And when we save, we invest that particular savings into various domains, right? सबसे पहले what we do, we buy some stocks. Along with that, we buy some land. Along with that, we also plan to buy some gold. Okay. Now this was becoming a havoc for the government. Why? क्योंकि gold जो है government was getting from outside, other nation से government जो है gold buy करती थी, और the gold used to come in India, and then we used to buy and stock this gold, right? ये जो गोल्ड का स्टॉकिंग है, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस स्टॉकिंग वी कैन से कि गोल्ड का क्वांटिटी was also decreasing. Quantity in nation, quantity not in the hands of people. लोग तो गोल्ड सेव करके रख ही रहे थे, पीपल वेर सेविंग द गोल्ड फॉर फ्यूचर यूज, बट सिंस द क्वांटिटी ऑफ गोल्ड इन नेशन वाज डिक्रीजिंग, डे बाय डे कम होते जा रहा था, तो कहीं ना कहीं द प्राइस वाज इंक्रीजिंग, right? And if the price was increasing, it was a double edged sword for people also, and along with that for government also. How? अगर गोल्ड का दाम बढ़ता है तो लोगों पे तो इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा ही, राइट? दे हैव टू use more money or use more money of their saving to buy the gold. How it will impact government? Government used to import gold from other nations, right? So they have to pay other nations more money to get the gold. Why? Because it is the government who needs it, not the other nation who needs it. जिसको जरूरत होती है, the one who needs it have to pay higher amount. Why? Because demand is more, supply is less, right? So somewhere our physical deficit was also increasing because of this particular thing. And I hope you know what is physical deficit. We have done it multiple times in our 8 am sessions. हम लोगों ने समझा है कि physical deficit क्या है. So considering that you know physical deficit, let us move फॉरवर्ड. ओके, अब यहाँ से हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं. ठीक है, यहाँ तक क्लियर हो गया कि व्हाट इज गोल्ड मोनेटाइजेशन स्कीम एंड व्हाट इज इट्स सब सेक्शन, दैट इज सॉवरेन गोल्ड बॉन्ड स्कीम. इसका टारगेट यही है दैट द मनी दैट यू आर यूजिंग to invest in gold, you use that money and invest it in many financial schemes which are launched by the government of India. Now how it will be benefited to you and how it will be benefited to the people of India, let me to the government of India, let me tell you, people को और government को दोनों को कैसे फायदा होगा. See, government can use this money that you were using in the savings or buying the gold to invest in multiple projects or multiple developmental projects rather I would say. और इस developmental project से जो भी हमारा profit होता है गवर्नमेंट का, with the help of that profit government can pay you back that particular amount, right? Now you will say that sir, we were looking to invest in gold, then why would we invest that particular some amount of money to give it to the government just to get back money? हमें तो gold चाहिए, we want gold, we don't want money. That is your question. Correct, truly correct. Government has said that after the maturity of this particular scheme, we will give you the amount, that is the amount of the gold at that particular time. समझ रहे हो? Government is saying that we will be giving the amount equivalent to the price of gold. So somewhere you are also benefited, okay, because it is a kind of gold investment. Just the difference is कि तुम्हारे पास gold नहीं रहेगा, rather it will be, your money will be with the government, and government will be giving you some papers on the basis of which you can claim your money that would be equivalent to gold. And along with that, government would have the money to invest in various developmental projects and benefit the nation. And plus one more thing, the plus point, the add-on bonus here is that sir and ma'am, कि अगर आप developmental projects में invest करेंगे आपके पैसों को, and along with that we will import less gold, gold कम लेके आएंगे, so somewhere our physical deficit will also get reduced. मतलब कि हमारा जो उधारी है, that is the borrowing capacity will get reduced, borrowing will get reduced, not the borrowing capacity. Okay, so it is a win-win situation, and that is why government has ideally thought and decided to bring this particular scheme in 2015. 2015 में ये स्कीम आया, sovereign gold bond scheme. I hope it is clear to all of you. Now what is the notification or circular that RBI has bought regarding this particular scheme? अब उसको समझते हैं. Okay, Government of India, why its notification number so and so dated 8th of December, just remember this number, 8th of December, has announced series 3 and 4 sovereign gold bond scheme 2023-2024. Basically क्या है कि sovereign gold bond scheme के series है, like suppose for example 18 कैरेट का गोल्ड होता है, there is 18 कैरेट गोल्ड, there is 22 कैरेट गोल्ड, there is 24 कैरेट गोल्ड. In a similar manner, just remember that there are series 1, series 2, series 3 and series 4. So government of India has said that they will release the gold of series 3 and series 4. Series 3 और 4 के sovereign gold bond schemes को they will release, and if you are interested you can come and get that particular thing by from your side. Okay, this is the notification. सिंपल सा सर्कुलर का नोटिफिकेशन इतना ही था कि 3 और 4 सीरीज का जो गोल्ड है that will be released. Okay, that will be released by the government, and you can come and buy this particular thing, that is the gold bond scheme of series 3 and 4, right? And the notification came on 8th of December. इसको भी याद रखना है. आगे, now let us understand in more practicality or theoretical manner कि गोल्ड बॉन्ड स्कीम क्या है. It is issued by the Reserve Bank of India. Eligibility sustainable gold bonds will be restricted for sale to resident individuals को ही मिलता है, meaning which the sovereign gold bond is not given to NRIs, right? It is just given to resident individual. हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली ट्रस्ट यूनिवर्सिटीज को भी मिलता है. नाउ यू वुड से दैट सर व्हाट इज हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली? इतना टेक्निकलिटीज में जाने का जरूरत नहीं है. हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली इज बेसिकली अ टाइप ऑफ फैमिली विच इज अनडिवाइडेड, एंड इसके जो नॉर्म्स है दैट हैज बीन मेंशन्ड इन द लॉज एंड द एक्ट्स ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस ऑफ इंडिया. बस जस्ट रिमेंबर एज ऑफ नाउ के हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली को, रेसिडेंट इंडिविजुअल्स को, ट्रस्ट को, यूनिवर्सिटीज को भी और चैरिटेबल इंस्टीट्यूशंस को भी ये सारे मिल सकते हैं गोल्ड बॉन्ड स्कीम्स. नाउ मिनिमम साइज कितना लेना होगा? एटलीस्ट यू हैव टू बाय 1 ग्राम ऑफ गोल्ड. ओके, this is also very important for all of you to remember कि under the sovereign gold bond scheme at least you have to buy 1 gram of gold, and maximum you can buy is 4 kg of gold. 4 किलो से ज्यादा का इन्वेस्टमेंट you cannot do. 4 kg of gold and 20 kg is the limit for ट्रस्ट. 20 किलो ट्रस्ट के लिए और सिंगल इंडिविजुअल्स के लिए 4 किलो का गोल्ड लेना होता है. इशू प्राइस क्या होगा? द प्राइस ऑफ issue will be fixed in Indian rupees on the basis of simple average of closing price of gold of 999 purity. ठीक है, मतलब जो गोल्ड का प्राइस होगा उसी प्राइस पे ये इशू करा जाएगा, एंड दिस प्राइस विल बी डिटरमाइंड बाय इंडियन बुलियन एंड ज्वेलर्स एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया. ये बेसिकली एक एसोसिएशन है जो गोल्ड प्राइस को डिकोड और डिवाइस करता है, राइट? ओके, मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, द sovereign gold bond will be sold through the scheduled commercial banks. Basically मतलब किसी भी government banks में you can go and buy this scheme, right? For example, you can go to SBI, you can go to Bank of Baroda, you can go to Bank of India or any other ABCD banks and buy this particular scheme. Okay, but it cannot be sold in the AU small financial banks, that is स्मॉल फाइनेंशियल बैंक्स में सोल्ड नहीं होगा, and along with that it would also not be sold in the regional rural banks. Just take a note of this point also, right? The interest rate, the investor will be compensated at a fixed rate of 25.50% per annum, payable semi annually. मतलब जो भी आपको इंटरेस्ट दिया जाएगा that will be paid semi annually, means per 6 months you will be paid an interest rate of 2.50% per annum. Okay, now tax वगैरह में भी let us see that the SGB can be used as a collateral for loan. So Sovereign gold bond can also be used as a collateral in case you want to take loan, and the interest rate on the sovereign gold bond shall be taxable as per the provision of the Income Tax Act. But one thing is there, the capital gain tax arising on redemption of the sovereign gold bond to an individual is exempted. मतलब क्या होता है कि whenever we buy something we have to give CGT to government, that is known as capital gain tax. Why? Because we have gained that particular thing, we have buy that particular thing. So the persons who are getting loans under the sovereign, who are getting these bonds, that is sovereign gold bond schemes, उनको capital gain tax नहीं देना है. They are not liable to pay the capital gain tax. Okay, that is also very important for all of you to remember. And sovereign gold bonds shall be eligible for trading also, and along with that they can also be used as a asset or a part of statutory liquidity ratio. SLR ratio के फॉर्म में भी ये यूज हो सकता है. SLR is basically the amount that bank keep itself in order to use it in case of emergency. 18% is the current SLR, right? इन सारे चीजों को हम लोगों ने ऑल अबाउट मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी वाले लेक्चर में देखा है. द वीडियो ऑफ विच यू विल फाइंड इट इन द videos list of our regulatory channel. वहां पे भी जाके if you haven't seen it, you can go and watch it. I'll be sharing the link of these videos, that is monetary policy video, in the comment section itself. Okay, तो ये कुछ technicalities हैं which you need to remember for exams perspective in accordance with the sovereign gold bond scheme. And I hope that I have made myself clear that what is sovereign gold bond scheme. I hope it is clear to all of you. I hope the technicalities are clear and series 3 and 4 का issuance is also clear. Okay, अब बढ़ते हैं दूसरे स्कीम के तरफ, or rather I would say the second circular. The second circular is about additional factor of authentication. एडिशनल फैक्टर ऑफ ऑथेंटिफिकेशन को अगर सिंपल शब्दों में बोले, then it is known as OTP. Okay, one time password. Whenever we do the transactions, after a certain limit we have to tell the OTP. Now if we are doing any payment via UPI, it can be done without any OTP up to 1 lakh rupees, right? Previously it was 15K. पहले क्या था कि अगर 15,000 तक कोई भी यूपीआई पेमेंट करोगे तो मोबाइल नंबर पे, that is on the mobile number, no OTP would be coming. But now the scenario has changed. Now it is 1 lakh. That is up to 1 lakh rupees, no OTP is required. And this change has been made by the RBI in accordance with the Payment and Settlement Act of 2007. This is the second circular of December. इसमें कुछ ज़्यादा जानने लायक था नहीं. This was important to remember the number, that is 15K से 1 lakh का हमारा लिमिट जा चुका है, and that has happened under the Payment and Settlement Act of 2007. That is also very important for all of us to remember. Now one more thing, the third circular has talked nothing but about a lead bank. Okay, हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट का एक लीड बैंक होता है, right? Any problem comes into that district regarding anything associated with the banks that are there, lead bank is the responsible bank जो look over करता है कि problems get sorted. So there's a new district formation in the Madhya Pradesh. The name of the district is माऊगंज district. Okay, माऊगंज district जो है मध्य प्रदेश के इस डिस्ट्रिक्ट का नाम है, जो कि नया नया फॉर्म हुआ है. एंड देयर इज अ लीड बैंक, देयर इज अ लीड बैंक that is among the banks. One bank is there which is the lead bank of Maoganj district, and the name of the bank is Bank of India. तो Bank of India को यहाँ का लीड बैंक बनाया गया है. That is what it is written in circulars. Okay, तो इतना चीज याद रख लेना है. Now see, since we have talked about UPI, you should be remembering that okay, in which year UPI was formed. Okay, UPI is managed by which particular organizations. ये थोड़ा सा I would be requesting all of you to push yourself and think about this thing. Okay, that at least you try to remember that UPI was formed in which year, कब UPI formed हुआ था, and along with that it is managed by which particular organization, And this particular organization was formed in which year? I want the answer of all these three questions in the comment section below. Requesting all of you to comment down the answer of this particular questions that I have asked it from you. That and this the the purpose of asking this question is that you can also get engaged. Sirf aake just coming and watching the sessions is not, will not be too much beneficial. You need to engage yourself, and that is why these questions, these two three questions. UPI is managed by, UPI was launched in which year, it is managed by which organization, and the organization with which it is managed, it was open in which year. I have taught this thing various times in our डेली सेशंस, ठीक है, 8 बजे वाले सेशंस में इसको भी हम लोगों ने मल्टीपल टाइम्स डिस्कस किया है. सो आई वुड बी एक्सपेक्टिंग द आंसर्स फ्रॉम ऑल ऑफ यू, राइट? एंड दीज वेर द थ्री इंपॉर्टेंट आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स विच हैव केम एज ऑफ नाउ फॉर द मंथ ऑफ दिसंबर. हम लोगों ने सब चीजों को अच्छे से डिस्कस किया, स्पेशली द सोवरिन गोल्ड बॉन्ड स्कीम एंड द एसोसिएटेड सर्कुलर. दिस वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम द एग्जाम्स पर्सपेक्टिव. इट इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्कीम when we see the things from the economy perspective. Government of India ka one of the best scheme is sovereign gold bond scheme, and hence I thought of discussing it in a very detailed manner. So this was all in the session. I hope you all have liked the session. Do not forget to share the session as much as you can, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and comment the answer which I have asked from all of you. So this was all. I'll be coming up with more such sessions. Till then, bye bye, take care, thank you, and Jai Hind.